commenting. I'm not sure what he said yet, but
Oh my goodness, he must have saw the movie.
all right. So we are live. We are live. Hey, everybody! Thank you for joining us here again. Another Sunday. How's everybody?
Yes.
Tiffany, how are you doing, my love?
I'm good. I'm good. God is good. The wet is a little rainy, so it's a little down time. But other than that, God is good. How's everybody? Happy birthday, sincere to my nephew. Mwah, Didi loves you. But other than that, everything is all good.
All
That's
right.
good.
How are you, brother? You looking like Lawrence Jacobs from Welcome Back, Carter.
Damn, I was hoping Cooley High, but okay, we do. Welcome back, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter. Hey, I'm from that era, man. That's my age, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think because I dressed Patricia and I was talking about this yesterday because we were watching the movie Sinners, and I was like, I'm an old soul because I have the wardrobe that was worn in that movie. That's basically what I wear on stage every weekend.
Yeah.
Is that wardrobe that they wore in the movie? Those hats, the fedoras. That's my style, and pinstripe suit. That's how I dress on stage. How they dress in the movie Sinners. So I'm saying, Patricia, I must be an old soul because that's my wardrobe that we watching in the movie.
Yeah,
I had anybody see my pictures of me on stage? That's what I wear every week, on stage. So yeah,
That's because that's considered a dandy. They call it a dandy. Shout out to the Met Gala this year. They're saluting black men dressing how they dressed over the centuries, and it's actually talking about the era of sinners, the 1930s era, on how the men dressed in their beautiful suits and how they were tailored to the T.
well, hold
So
on, Tim.
yes,
Where's this at? Because I want to see this because I
no, the
love that.
Met Gala is actually, I think it's this today. It's either today or tomorrow, the first Monday of something of May. So it's actually going to be going on. So look out for it. Men in fashion and black men in fashion. I'm
Wow,
very
I would
happy
love
that
to.
they're recognizing black men in fashion.
That is beautiful because I love clothes. That's my second passion is just dressing and wearing, and like I said, it's all I love to see pictures of men in the 1930s, even though we were going through it back then
They
with the
still
Jim
look
Crow and,
good.
and with the Jim Crow and all that stuff. We knew how to dress. We were still all that shit we were going through with Jim Crow and even you see pictures of the Civil Rights March and all that stuff. We
Dress.
were always dressed to the T.
And lynchings too. They were dressed for a lynching.
We were dressed getting lynched. We was the most dressing ass
Okay,
people
it's ridiculous. Yes.
before the jeans started hugging the butts and all that stuff. We were dressing.
Yeah, sophisticated, dapper, and Dapper Dan. We want to give a shout out to Dapper Dan. He's always been a dandy. He's
Yeah.
been dressing like that for years. So yes,
So I feel
shout
bad
out to
coming
the.
on the show like this. I'm on how good I dress on stage, and I come on the show in my Tupac t-shirt and but it's all good.
But that makes you relax. You don't have to be dressed up all the time. You want to be able to be versatile.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
comfortable.
So we're gonna get into the movie Sinner. So if you are not a fan of spoiler alerts, you might wanna. I mean,
Pause and save it until next time, until you see it, and then come back because we're gonna be
yeah, we
spoiling.
obviously talking about the movie, and it's funny how so many different people interpreted this movie. Some people saw it as just a straight up vampire movie.
Hmm.
Some people saw it as a shot at Christianity, saying it totally was against Christianity.
Demonic.
I've heard
Uh,
a little bit of everything. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
yeah, a lot of people missed the connection. I mean, he couldn't come right out and say what he really wanted to say, so he did it in a way where if you're smart enough, you would get it. Uh,
Yes,
I don't think it's smart enough. It's experience. If you have experience or your ancestors has experience, the things that we have saw, yes, you're gonna feel it.
I felt I don't know if it was and we can debate this, but I don't know if it was a shot at Birth of a Nation. Um, and I said that because in Birth of a Nation, they obviously made black people the villains. And they didn't even have actual black people in Birth of a Nation. They had white people in blackface being monsters. So I don't know if this was a shot at that. If that was on his mind, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I don't think it made uh, Caucasian people look bad. I don't.
It
Um,
didn't. I put in our chat line that we had, a lot of white people in the audience at my viewing when I went to we went to a matinee, and there was a lot of white people there, more than I expected, to be honest with you. And nobody got up and left, and they enjoyed the movie. It didn't make white people look bad. It just tells the truth. And if the shoe doesn't fit, or a hit dog holler, as they say, then don't worry about it.
That's right.
If you're sitting there and you're just as disgusted at our history in this country as everybody else, then that's what then don't worry about it. Remick, for example, the villain vampire actually wasn't a racist. He wasn't. He actually said he's going to go kill those clans. Like, he didn't like. I don't know if y'all picked that up, but he didn't care about he wasn't for the Klan. Matter of fact, when he was asked, was he a part of the Klan, he was like, kind of like, no, did y'all pick that up? Like, he didn't even. He
Why
wasn't.
would he when he want to bite anybody? He
Yeah,
wants anybody's blood. He wants red, black, orange. If you got some type of good energy about you, or you got something that he can take over, shoot, he didn't want to. He didn't want no Ku Klux Klan blood. That blood is nasty.
yeah, exactly. I'm saying he was against the Klan, actually, so he wasn't. He didn't come. The villain vampire didn't come off as a racist. He's a devil, but not a racist. He's going to destroy anything to get what he
Right.
wants.
He's
Longevity.
universal. He didn't care
Yeah.
about no what's really like that. But yeah, I think that Ryan Googler did an amazing job. I want to definitely go see it again, because they said when you see it the first time, you got to see it a second time. Definitely, I've been watching all the reviews, how they give you all the Easter egg shells, Easter eggs that you missed inside the movie, because we missed a lot. We want to give a shout out to the dress designer, also the set designers. I don't have all their names, but I'm gonna get their names. But they did amazing. I think they worked on Black Panther also, so they were the ones that made sure everything was there. Everything was measured out, like in numbers. They did a nod to Chadwick Boseman. Like, it is just so much. It's so much. Ryan Coogler made sure he touched everything. Fact, fiction, horror. You understand? He touched everything. And I'm happy that he touched what was going on during the sharecropping days. Everybody's loving Yumi. I think her name is Yumi. She's the English. She's from. I think she's from Britain, but she played the love interest of Smoke.
Annie.
And I
Annie.
love what.
Her name was Annie in the movie.
And
Her character.
Annie in the movie, but her name
Yeah.
Yumi, her real name.
Yeah.
But she was amazing. And it's so deep that, in my family and people that see us, they call us a little bit of the hoodoos, because we believe in culture. We believe in saluting our ancestors. We believe in the naturalness, and some people can understand it, some people can't understand it. But these are just passed down from our ancestors, especially from the Southern South. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that they touched that. They showed that she was on point. She saw what was going on, because sometimes you need to know what's going on spiritually that a Christian wouldn't see. You
And she
understand? And another,
actually saved her. I mean, she was a strong woman there. She was a strong Black woman in that
mhm,
scene where, when they first realized that they were dealing with demons, the vampires, right?
yes.
She was the one that had everything under control. Like, she was the one that came up with the garlic,
Hmm.
all that stuff, that she had read about.
That's
Uh,
supernatural.
yeah, how to deal with this type of demons and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And he used, I guess, vampires as a metaphor, but he basically is saying demons, devils, come and disrupt Black lives.
Yes. The
Like Sammy
negative
said.
energy can come. Yes.
Yeah, like Sammy said at the end of the movie, he said that one for that one little time of that, because the movie took place all in one day. So that one time, that night, we were free. It was just for an hour. We were free. When they were in that club and they were dancing and he was singing and that whole scene, Black people were free. Just for that little moment, they were free
Mhm.
from everything, you know. So yeah,
And
that was powerful.
and that was the main thing. Music, the connection of music, how it can be a positive and it could be a negative. It can
Yeah,
open up portals. You understand? And it showed you the different portals that can be able to be open. So that's why I'm so happy that he was able to let people sit and think. And Carl, you're right. A lot of people is not going to get it. A lot of people is not going to understand it. Only people that is awakened to what's going on in the world and know the history of our people, you will understand everything that was going on in there. And I'm just I'm very proud of him. Him and his wife, the whole team did an amazing job to make people think and wonder.
yeah.
So we're going to show some clips, and this is going to show how certain people. Tiffany, can you give us the honors of the rules of the show, please?
All
Before
right, we are protected by fair use. Protected by fair use. We do not own the rights to the content or the music. It's for educational purposes only. Everything is our opinion and everything is alleged. Please make sure you like and subscribe and share. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
all right, and Tiffany and I are not therapists, only Kevin. Just
Just me. Only one, damn it.
Mhm.
all right. So here we go. This first one, I tried to find the full video, but I couldn't. All I found was a stitch that comedian Godfrey did.
Mhm.
I'm sure Kevin, you're aware of this guy, Jason Whitlock, who calls
Oh
him.
my God.
So,
Let me take my blood pressure medicine because Jason Whitlock, boy, he's a Candace Owens with a penis.
buckle up. Here you
So I
go.
saw the movie Sinners, and I left with a smile. I really did. But I'll talk about that on another video. I just want to counteract what Jason Whitlock said. Jason Whitlock is no stranger to criticism from us. It's okay to not like the movie. I know some friends that saw it, said, I liked it, I liked the way it was shot, but I'm not really into horror and stuff like that. That's cool. You don't have to like it. That's fine. This is what art is about. What Jason Whitlock, I felt as if he went to the movies just to shit on it because it got all this hype. It's doing very well, killing in the box office. It's an original script. Ryan Coogler has an amazing deal that I think only Tarantino has, and now he has it. He owns a lot of property. It's such a wonderful thing. Him and Michael B. Jordan together are just this dynamic force. And I think he went there just to shit on it. Because he said this was nakedly racist.
Found this movie Sinners to be the most nakedly racist movie that I've ever seen.
First of all, what the fuck does that mean? Nakedly. Is it openly racist? How was it racist though? There were people picking cotton in this movie. It's the South. Black people are living in shacks. It's poverty, right? It's still racism. It's Klan symbolism. It's Jim Crow. It's lynching. It's where is the racist part? This is really myopic shit, bro. You are a pro-hater, bro. You really are. Because you literally, what the fuck were you watching? Where you saw black people being racist. I don't understand. I think they pay you. Is there a coon track, not a contract? Is there a coon track that you have? There's a lot of you out there. There's a lot of you black people that literally, I swear, you're paid by somebody of a higher power, sends you niggas out there to fuck black progress up, like they did the Black Panthers, like that fucking coon that infiltrated the Black Panthers and got Fred Hampton killed, like the people that fucked up SNCC with Stokely Carmichael, all the different groups that black people tried to do to progress, even the gangs were first started off as things to help the black community. Well, infiltrators, black people that acted as gang members came in and fucked things up too, to start fights amongst people. Like with this Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso, who's doing such a wonderful job. There's other leaders from Senegal and Mali that are kicking out the French. You know they're trying to send some other kind of traitors to come in like that. What is it? The General Langley, who had the nerve to call Traore a corrupter, another coon. Yeah. A 5-star coon. He ain't no general. You a general handkerchief head ass nigga to me. There's got to be a coon gene. There has to be a coon gene. Why do you hate black freedom? Why do you hate black progress and positivity? Why do you hate it? It has to be a brain disease.
Why is it that whenever a horror movie gets too much praise and acclaim, there's this tendency to downplay the fact that it's a horror movie? And this happens with both general audiences as well as horror fans. Latest example is Sinners, a movie that is about a bunch of vampires feasting on a bunch of innocent people with plenty of gore. And there's this debate as to whether it's actually a horror movie. The movie has received like a 97% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. It received an A cinema score. Those are audience members leaving the theater. And this is the first time in over 35 years that a horror film has received an A cinema score. And the reaction to that from a bunch of people is, well, I mean, it's not really a horror movie. What do they mean by that? It's more than just a horror movie because it's a Prohibition-era mobster film. It's a movie with a bunch of racial exploration and messaging, and it's an exploration of the blues. There's more to it than just horror. Sure, but it's a horror movie. It's about vampires. They slaughter people. There's a very, very high body count in this movie. There's blood, guts, gore. So why would this not qualify as a horror movie? And why is it that we feel the need when a movie like this, that so clearly is in the horror category, just because it's not just horror, because it does have other things to it, do we want to say, it's not really horror? We're going to downplay that. In particular, when horror fans do that, people that love horror movies, they disown a movie because it's like too good, because there's too much to it. It's okay that a movie has other elements to it. It's still a horror movie. Sinners is a great film. Let's own it as a fantastic horror film.
Dr. Umar, have you seen Sinners? What do you think about Sinners? And I just want to come to tell y'all, I have in fact seen Sinners. And you can't dip your foot in the white milk and expect things to go your way. Sinners is not a movie that I will see again. Sinners is not a movie that I will see again. You can't let the Snow Bunny come in because they're going to infiltrate what you got going. Michael B. Jordan, I commend you. Amazing actor. But once they would have told me that I would have had to partake in activities with snow bunnies, I would have turned it down. I would have turned it down. Once they told me I had to partake in those activities, I would have turned it down. I knew that once I seen that white devil on my screen, I knew there was no good that was gonna come from her. It was 1/5 black. She was not 1/5 black. Now let's go ahead and block you off the live. You can't mix chocolate milk with white milk and get half chocolate milk. It's either chocolate or it isn't. White milk mixed with chocolate milk is something I don't do. I don't do it. I don't do it. If it was me, I would have let her in too, because she looked good. Lord have mercy, we got another coon. You don't let the Snow Bunny in. You don't let the Snow Bunny in. You don't let the we look at Smokes Girl, beautiful black woman, gorgeous black woman. Then we look at Stats Girl. Dipped, took a trip to the mountains of Caucasus. Only took a little bit of the white brainwash to activate the coon chip in Michael B. Jordan's mind. I'm married to a mixed woman and she's half white. Well, why are you on my live, brother? This is an African only chat. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and block you too as well. If you are a coon, super coon, Negro in training, jump off the live right now. Because the black beautiful queen in the movie, she told us not to trust her. If you are a black woman with natural hair and you do not suffer from the Snow Bunny crisis, go ahead and hop in my DM right now. How do you feel about the Shannon Sharpe situation? Now, he dipped his foot in that white milk, so he might be completely lost. I don't know if our brother is completely brainwashed, but he let the Snow Bunny in. He let the snow. How you doing, sister? All right. You a beautiful black queen. All right. Have a good one. Lord have mercy. Coke bottle shape. But as I was saying, he let the snow bunny in. Once you take a dip in the white milk, ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back.
With the knowledge you gain, break away the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. In a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany. You'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we'll challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwashed education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? That last brother. You know, Tiffany and Kevin, sometimes I keep hoping that maybe we can bridge the gap between black and white. But I don't know, man. The brother just said he wants nothing to do. He said he would have turned down that role if it was him and they offered him whatever 50, 100 million to make that movie. I don't know. I'm
Well,
just
you know he was playing Umar Johnson.
Yeah, he's playing Umar
And,
Johnson. Yeah, that's
you know,
funny.
Umar gave a great, message to
It-
it. He said he already saw it twice and he wants to see it again. That was funny. It was cute, but I'm glad that Sinners is definitely touching a lot of people, teaching us, stuff that we already know, but a lot of people don't know, and also giving you some horror. Because it was a horror flick. They was killing up stuff at the end, busting heads open and stuff like that. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, there was blood everywhere. What's my man?
Yeah.
What's my character? I like the cornbread. I love cornbread.
Listen, you heard what she said. You heard she was like, why all this time, your big ass? You understand what I'm saying? Ain't never asked to come in here. Now you want to come. You just tell us you dead, nigga. You dead. As you understand? So I understand because I'm that big mama. You
You know what's
understand
so
what I'm
funny about
saying? So,
cornbread though? Even though he was dead, he wanted his money.
but wait, but did you see how he did it? He didn't come close to the door. See, you look at see, that's one thing. If you, again, people, they have people that break this whole thing down. You look at every detail to see that they did not miss anything. They did not, Ryan Coogler did not miss anything. Remember, this is an original. And you know what else it took you in the mind of? Dust to Dawn. They said he pulled from that. You remember that? When they
Yeah, I don't see the comparison, to be honest with you, other than
vampires. It's just
the vampires. Yeah, but I didn't really see much of a comparison to Dusty Dawn. To be honest with you, there was the bar scene where they were drinking and then everybody turned into vampires. Yeah, but it was totally different. Two different movies, two different points of views.
No, yeah, but he said that was one of his pieces that made him think because he grew up during that time of that era.
Right.
Like in vampires. He said this is something that he wanted to do that nobody really knew that he likes. He likes little horror flicks. But think about it. We have been living a horror flick for almost 400 years and still surviving. Y'all don't get that? Like this whole the whole thing is just such a message on top of messages on top of messages. And even look at the young lady that played the white girl, the mixed girl, which she was mixed. They all grew up together. Remember, if you listen to the story, all of them grew up together. So her being mixed, did y'all ever see Imitation of Life?
No, I never seen that.
I have seen that. Yes.
Did she look just like the white girl in Imitation of Life?
Yeah,
Like
she
he
did.
drew from that too. Like she was this typical white girl, And look, messing around with her, I don't care if she was 3/5, but as you see, messing around with her, then got everybody tore up. And then who ended it was that fiery Asian girl. They call them tiger moms. You heard her. She was like, let's go. Come on in. You like, did she just call the devil in? So
Yeah, they're trying to cover her mouth so she couldn't do it too, but it was too late. Once she said, "Come on in," it was a wrap at that point. She screwed
It
up
was
on that
done. You can't
one.
even take it back or nothing. Like, no, we reverse it.
Oh, and yeah, and yeah. So that was a crazy scene. The dance scenes in the bar was just amazing.
Oh yeah.
The music, the whole scene, the music in the bar, riveting,
It
just
made me
crazy.
think about the shack. You remember the picture that was in Good Times where everybody was all dancing in the
Yeah, yeah, that famous
it
portrait. Yes,
made me think about Mr. Ernie. He was the one that drew it. And I think he was an athlete too, but he started drawing afterwards. But it made me think about that whole look. I think they got a t-shirt with that whole look too, with them all dancing. But the deep level is when he was singing what he was opening, what we started seeing, all the different cultures, all the different backgrounds. We saw the future. We saw the back, the what was going on before us. It was like and they said he put that in at the last minute.
yeah, because all
They
this music, all this music comes from blues,
blues.
and blues was developed in the cotton fields,
That's right.
and from blues came country and jazz, which was our music. So when
That's
people get
right.
mad at Beyonce for doing a country album, it's our music. We invented country music, jazz, of the blues. That's all that stuff come from the blues, and even up to and they show the turntables and the rap music, all that stuff.
That's the
And
future.
yeah,
Yes.
it all started from blues. All this started from the cotton fields. Somebody I listened to on the radio had a good point. They said that white people want to steal our music because they were our audience that we didn't know. Like people in the cotton fields used to sing a lot. That's how they got through those long, hot days picking cotton. They sang. They sang hymns, gospel, and the blues and all that stuff in those cotton fields. They would sing that for these 16-hour days they had to work. And the people standing over top of them, watching them work on the horses, were white men, slave owners, right? So they were basically the audience listening to these amazing people who were enslaved singing, making amazing music as they were picking cotton. So their first audience was slave owners. And then the slave owners was in love with the music, in love with the sound.
And it came from our soul. Did you remember when when they was bringing the man that played the piano? What is John? I'm trying to look up his name. But
Lindo.
they were traveling, and then they was talking, and he was talking about his life, and then he saw the men working on the working in the jail in the system, whatever the case be, and he just went into a hymn. He started singing. And that's what our grandmothers, right? That's what I remember with my grandmother and my grandfather, because all my family is on my father's side is from the from Georgia. So you remember this of your grandparents or your grandfathers humming or singing or taking you back. You're like, what you humming? Just an old spirit.
I'm glad you brought that up, Tiffany, because that scene was so powerful. I had to go watch it on YouTube tonight because when he was just doing in the car, just shaking his head like that and humming. That was amazing. And then to see it, and that's why you got to see it in the theater too, because to see it on that Dolby sound with the loud Dolby theater sound, some of the music when you see it in the theater is in your gut because it's so powerful. Some of that music is so powerful that when you see it in the theater too, you'll get more of that in your gut. The way that blues sound coming out of those big speakers.
I heard they had this thing called 4D.
Yeah.
And one of the young ladies said when they was shooting, they felt all the shooting in the chair. When they was kicking, they felt all the kicking. I was like, oh my gosh, they got all of that.
Yeah, they got the IMAX theaters, and the IMAX theaters basically you pay for that experience. So you go to an IMAX theater, you're in the round. So those screens are so huge that they're over top of you. So it's almost like you're watching the movie, but it's almost like you're in it. So that's the beauty of the and I didn't go to an IMAX theater to see it. I wish I would have.
Right.
But because it's just so you're sitting, you got this big giant screen around you. You're sitting in these chairs. I listened to Karen Hunter's show, and Karen saw it in an IMAX theater somewhere in New York, and she was saying that the music and the chair rocking at the same time, and just the speakers in your ear, and when they were doing the music stuff and the slow motion stuff, it was so magical seeing it in the IMAX theater.
Yeah.
She said it was just the most amazing experience to see it in the IMAX theater, because it just took the movie to a whole nother level of just what is, what Ryan Coogler shot this on. I forgot what type of,
They said 70 something.
70 millimeters, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get that magical feeling of what it looked like back in those days, and what it felt like back in those days in the 30s with the wardrobe. And I see people online clowning, man. That just makes me mad, man. We're so, and we're gonna have the Jason Whitlocks. You're gonna have those haters, man. Those guys make a living, doing this
on
cause.
their own people. Those
Yeah,
are
they
the
make a
house,
living.
those are the
Yeah.
house niggas. That's the ones that be in the house.
They make a
out
living,
there hating on the field niggas after we done worked hard, bust our behind. Now y'all want to show up. And again, you gotta have the haters and the people that love you. You understand? That's how the world go around. So even down to the people from church. When I hear the church people say, "Oh my God, this is demonic," I even heard people say they pastors told them not to watch it. This is why church is where it is today, because y'all so closed-minded. Y'all do not open yourselves up to learn things. Now, one time I did not see one disrespect to the church.
Neither did I. Matter of fact,
I didn't.
there was a pastor in there. Sammy, one of the head characters in the movie, Sammy, who was the chosen one, blues musician, amazing blues. He also was ended up being Buddy Guy, the famous blues singer, right? At the end of the movie, the guy they showed was Buddy Guy, who had the mark on his face. So yeah, that was very magical. The ending of this movie is so crazy and magical. After all the vampire stuff is done, there's more, and then the whole Buddy Guy thing was just brilliant, But yeah, Sammy, the main character,
was from church.
The opening scene is in a Christian church.
In a Christian church, and if you see it when you first come in, everybody is in all whites.
Yes.
And all whites is pure.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You bringing in that pure energy, so whatever negativity is going to bounce right off of you. So it was so deep that he gave you that energy of, he's opened up his doors. He has this thing. He's holding on to his guitar. It's a piece of it, but he's holding on to it. But he went back to the church. He went to the church. He went to his father, because we always want to come back to the church, because that's where our spirituality started at, in the church. The blues started in the church. They just started singing because we was singing how we felt, what we was going through, and you felt it through our soul. So him going there and talking to his father ain't not one disrespect to the church. So for all those people that sit there and said it was demonic and is against the church, it wasn't. The boy came back to church. It started in the church. All of us started in a church.
all of our great singers today, everybody from Regina Bell to the legendary Aretha Franklin, all of them come from gospel music. 99%, I would go and say 99% of our Black artists, especially the legendary ones, and all started in the church singing gospel before they switched over to R&B, right? So that's just a natural thing. Yeah. So he had to make a choice between staying in the church with his dad or going to live his dream. His dad didn't want him going to the world playing the blues, because he knew that if you go out there, the devil's going to get you. And his dad wasn't lying, was he? in a sense, right? I mean, excuse me, his dad was, I got an incense burning over here. But yeah, his dad was telling the truth, What do you say if somebody, the devil will follow you home? If you, what was that quote? I got to find that quote. It was a very important quote in the movie.
If you go to the movie looking for demons, if you go looking for racism, that's what you're going to find. I mean, if you go with that in your mind. I mean, some people are even talking about even the Asians, how in the movie it seems like the message was how the Asians come in with their stores and they make money off the black community. But when
It's
they
true. It's true, Carl. I mean, like, this is
hold
what pisses me off, Carl. I mean to cut
Wait
you
a
off,
minute.
man,
What
but
he said? Let him. Hold on. What the rest did you say, Carl?
but they said in the movie it shows the Asians come in, the black community, they make money. But once it came down to it, at when they were ready to give up the black people, throw the black people under the bus. You know what I mean? The Asians are ready to not be with the black people, and was that scene when the Asian lady invited the vampires into the juke joint. Let me run this video. This she explains it a lot better.
I watched the movie Sinners in theaters last weekend, and it was a cinematic masterpiece. So freaking good, and there are so many layers. Beyond just the beautiful film, the beautiful storyline, there are so many layers that go into it. I'm not going to be the person that goes into all of it, but one thing that I did want to talk about, and I can't stop thinking about, is the East Asian family. Because what that family did in that movie and what it represents feels so relevant in today's climate, and honestly relevant in a lot of key moments in our country's history. So in the beginning of the film, you see that the Asian family has a very good, positive relationship with the black community. They know each other's families, they're doing business together, they're partying together. A lot of it clearly hinges on the Asian family profiting off the black community. They are able to sell products, goods, and services. But then when you get to the end of the film, and when the vampires come, and it's not so good anymore, you see that the Asian family is so quick to throw everyone under the bus. Another Asian creator who did a whole deep dive on this, I'll try to tag them, but he essentially talks about how the Asian family was willing to sacrifice the black community, aka the exact community who was doing business with them, who was propping them up when things were good. And instead of standing in solidarity with them through good and bad, they're willing to sacrifice the exact people who help them the moment they're disadvantaged. That one thing really made me think of the role that Asians have played in the history of our country and the way that we have been complicit in a lot of social issues. Of course, there's a lot of nuance and history and compassion I have for Asian immigrants and the reason why they did the things they did in this country to survive. That said, I feel like I can still be critical and see that the way that Asian Americans have really benefited from other Black and people of color advocating for rights in this country, and Asian Americans really leaning into their proximity to whiteness. It feels so relevant today with everything going on in our country and the way that I see Asian Americans, and I say this as a very privileged Asian American, the way that we are so complicit and worse, ambivalent to what's happening. There are other groups of people in the Asian community who aren't doing it, who aren't being complicit and ambivalent because of fear. They're doing it because they think that they're so close to white people. They do it because they think this will never happen to them. Especially right now when K-pop and K-content is so profitable in America right now. Do you not remember 20 years ago, Asian culture was not considered cool. It was not considered profitable. But because it is considered cool and profitable, we are all benefiting from it. But don't let that fool you or give you a false sense of security, and know that it is important that we should stand in allyship and in solidarity with all groups of people who are marginalized in this country, because we also are one of those people.
That actually made me a little emotional, because it was some real true facts. I didn't even think about it like that. That's why they tell you it's good to see stuff twice and also listen to other people's opinions, because you can be able to find out something. I didn't even think the way she thought, but it's 100% right. They were ready to leave. You made money with us, but you wasn't ready to fight with us. You understand what I'm saying? You was ready to leave, and then at the end, what happened? You wound up calling all the dirty mamas. You understand what I'm saying? So that was a lesson. And thank you again, Ryan Googler, and his wife and the whole team for waking us up to things that we would have never really looked at like that.
Yeah, I mean, for people to call it, but there was some horror in the movie, absolutely. There was also some coochie eating that I'm not sure if that helped the movie or not, but
you know that helped the movie. First of all, did you see how she came out there and was singing? And she was all over the floor.
I don't know.
And
I
she was
mean,
just like, oh.
they could have had a passionate kiss, and the movie would have been just as good.
No,
No,
and
it
that
wouldn't have been
time,
called. No,
and
that
that
scene was
time
necessary.
they wasn't eating no VV. They wasn't eating no VV. They didn't have no time to be eating VV. They was up there picking cotton. So
Okay.
she up there in the cube joy, and homeboy is a young tenderoni. Remember, she's sinning. He's sinning. All of them is sinning because they all got relationships. Okay, like think about it. Everybody in there sinning, and he gives her the head of life. And it makes her go out there and start crawling on the floor and
Okay.
That was a great scene, Carl. Sorry, yeah, that was necessary for the movie because it just shows the boldness of the director to put that in there. But I mean, just the movie is definitely not for kids. I mean, it was definitely a lot of content in there. You know, it was definitely
look, yeah, look at stats.
yeah,
Stats, look at that net. First of all, when I saw the dribble, did you remember the scene with the dribble? First of all,
yeah.
anybody come up on me and dribbling like that, I am running. Okay? That means something is wrong with you and you got a problem with the side of your lip. But when Stats was in there getting rolled on, and she was like, "You want some?" I would have been like, "Nah." That was it for his ass. I knew he was going. I knew he was about to. She was going to bite that ass, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's it." And it was again, it was good. It was exciting. It was like, wow, and y'all
Yeah.
got to see it.
Here's one of the actors talking about the movie.
Amazing in the movie. This is the best Mike has ever been. This is the best Michael B. Jordan has ever been on celluloid, in my personal opinion. I know Mike for 20 years, and this is the best he's ever been. And that is a compliment because he's been plenty good in plenty films.
He plays twins with two very specific personalities, and
10 minutes into the movie, you forget that he's the same dude.
right.
You really buy that he's two separate
Wow.
people.
I could legitimately see for Mike. I don't want to get into awards talk, but I could literally see for Mike a real run. He's this is to me, for as much as he's done, he's a big fucking star. He's directed huge movies. He's acted in huge movies. He's Killmonger. He's been in movies that I love, smaller parts like Chronicle, right?
Yes.
He's been in The Wire. He's done as far as much as Mike has done, and it's been a lot. I could say that this is the movie where he kind of arrives.
It's crazy to say. I feel the same. I told
What
him
is
that.
it? Other than him playing
You got to see
two
it.
parts, what? Okay.
It's a powerful performance.
Okay.
And what it is the elevation to me, and I told him this, I personally believe this film takes Mike into the stratosphere of movie stardom to the point where it's like how that Will Smith run was, where it was like, man, this dude can't miss. I really think that. And Mike in the movie, to his credit, while we were making
with the spiritual deity like you know Papa Legba who is arguably who they say Tommy Johnson or Robert Johnson sat down at the crossroads to get they guitar tune and sold they soul for you know musical skills for the remainder of their life. You know that in that concept of what type of deals do people in oppressive situations have to make and have to rationalize, you know, and me realizing that, oh yeah, man, I'm from Oakland, but it was a time when there wasn't no black people in Oakland. They all had to come from somewhere. And where did they leave? You know what I'm saying? They left home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if for me it was like, oh yeah, it's always a deal. You know what I'm saying?
He's very smart, and he knew how to use. Just like I don't know what's going on in California, but our California man, even with Kendrick Lamar, he speaks through his music, his revolutionary energy is through his music, and this seems like this is for Mr. Googler. His message is through his movies, and it touches like we went to the Native Americans. You understand? They don't talk about the Native Americans like they supposed to. Remember, the Native Americans was the first one to recognize the vampire. You understand what I'm saying? He talked about all different cultures, all different backgrounds. So everybody felt a piece of something, and that's why this movie took it to another level. And on top of that, the cinematic. Everybody is raving about how it is. You know, definitely in the IMAX.
Yeah.
They really
Did you
rave.
recognize the when the American Indians was chasing Remick when he first came on the scene? Remick is the for people that haven't seen the movies, the villain vampire, the head vampire. When he first came on the scene, he ran to those people's house asking for help. Did you guys notice? Because it took. But by the way, Patricia and I saw the movie twice. Wait to see it again. First time, actually, Patricia didn't even know that Michael B. Jordan was playing twins.
She thought he was a twin?
She just thought it was just two actors that would that looked alike. I mean, so she didn't even pick up that it was one guy playing two people. That's how good it was. As far as I don't know how they shot these scenes where they were both in the same frame and everything. I don't know how they did this
No,
match.
they did very good with the camera. How
You better
they did
believe it.
it, and then they had a stunt double. You know, they had like a double that for certain things. But
Yeah.
well, Michael. First of all, shout out to Michael. He did an amazing job. Anybody that can play two parts and play twins and do it very well. He did amazing. They said that he had to be around twin brothers to be able to feel the energy. Shout out to my godson. You know, when you have them twins, they have a connection. And I like how the characters had connections. Like they had to roll, I think was it Smoke that had to roll stacked cigarettes? Like you saw the connection with how they was connected with each other and stuff like that, how they made decisions. Or, you know, because that was my main thing, trying to know the difference between Smoke and Stacks because they both have different personalities. You understand? So, and he did, like I said, he did an excellent job. He did an excellent job because it took him to another level in his acting.
One of them were another difference between the two where one was Walter Fedorlo. He was with Al Capone. He was
I think that's Smoke.
so Smoke was with the Italian mafia, and the reason Stax wore the hat like this was he was with the Irish mafia. So yeah, so that was the difference between something else in the movie that I found out. That's the difference between those two. They were with two different mafia groups. One was with the Irish, and then one was with the. That's why they had the different clothing wardrobe on, different hats. They both one wore the hat like this, and the other one wore the fedora.
So did you catch when Remick had told them that they were coming back? The Ku Klux Klan was coming back to kill. He said they're
Yeah.
coming back for
Yeah.
y'all anyway. And for him to be prepared and waiting, because remember he told them, once we pay y'all this money, don't be coming on my land and know that you will get it.
And
And
he
he
didn't.
really did it.
Well, they would have been caught off guard though, Tip, if it wasn't for the vampire knowing things in advance. You know, the vampire has that power. He knows stuff, right? So he knew that they were coming back. So like, but that's the point I was getting at was when he first ran to that house and those two white people helped him out and helped him escape from the American Indians that was chasing him. Did y'all see the scene? They showed it real quickly. Those two people had Klan robes in their house. Did y'all
That's
see
when the
that?
Native Americans went up there, and the Native Americans saw what was going on. They was like, "Well, let them get high."
Yeah, they them Klan robes in there. But yep, and yeah.
So that's probably why they was able to see it. But he was prepared, and I liked how they had it at the end where his wife came back to him.
Yeah,
Yumi came back to him with their child and was
with the
like,
baby.
"Listen, don't get no smoke on the kid, all right? Just come on, let's go." Because he knew that it was over when she took the juju bag, as they call it. It's like probably herbs and a rock or
Yeah, he
something,
took it
and
off.
they
Yeah,
pray on it and ask for protection from the ancestors and God and stuff. So once he took that off, and he was like, "I'm done, I'm done." And I liked how they left. They wanted to live spiritually out as ancestors. They didn't want to walk this earth for the rest of their life. You see how the with the white girl, Mary, oh, you never forget of Mary, how she was so upset when he took his wife out. She asked him that. She read the stones, and it must have told her something. And she said, "If I get bit, take me out. I do not want to live like that." You understand what I'm saying? And I get it. Come on. A lot of us said, "Listen, take me out of here. I don't want to live through slavery. I don't want to live through this. I would rather jump off this boat and die before I bring my children in it." So it was all of those was just messages, and I enjoyed it. I
but
enjoyed
she
it.
wanted to see her child again. Like she said, I have something waiting for me I died natural death. I have something waiting for me on the other end. My daughter, they lost their kid, so she
That's
knew if she
right.
got to heaven when she passed away, she would see her daughter again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she didn't want to be a vampire either. She wanted to see her daughter. And remember, at the end of the movie, they gave the old Sammy, senior citizen Sammy, that same option, right? He goes,
Right.
he smelled him. He goes, "You ain't got much time left." And he says, "I can, take care of you so you can keep touring and be young and live. And he's like, "Nah, I've seen enough of this already.
Wow, you think people want to continue to do this for another 100 years?
Exactly.
Please, I want to
Exactly.
rest and sleep and come back another new life.
Yeah. So that was dope at the end when he did that. He's like, "No, I've just seen enough of America. When it's my time to go, I'm ready to go the
Okay.
natural way." But so they never showed the scene when them two were fighting. The two twins were fighting. They didn't. You notice they never showed him kill his brother.
No, he
He could-
spared his life.
he
That's
spared
why he
his
went
life,
out
but
there.
he made him promise that he
Uh-huh.
wouldn't bother Sammy. You
Uh-huh.
catch that part too, Carl? Because that he wouldn't bother. That's why Sammy was able to grow old and.
Because
But
Smoke asked him to promise if he wouldn't kill his ass,
don't.
he promised him that he would not take his cousin's life, because they was family members. They was
Yeah,
actually
that's
family
fine. Yeah.
members, not to take his life, and he kept the promise. So that's why I had told you, Carl, to make sure you see the end, because I had to watch the end, rewatch the end again, because you will go past it. You will forget, that they have something to tell y'all. But yeah, he did. He was gonna take him, but he was like, nah. He done lived his life. He's an old man. It's time to move on.
I
Yeah,
think everybody needs to see this movie for real.
yeah. One of the scenes in the movie that people talked about too. I tried to download this video, but I couldn't. But this girl did a video. She liked the scene where who was it, Smoke or Stack, that asked the girl to sit in his truck while he was inside the Asian store and watch.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And it showed how he taught the girl how to negotiate.
yeah. That was Smoke.
I'll give you 10 cents. And she said, okay. He go, no, don't take the first offer. Counter. And she said 50 cents. He said 20 cents. And she said, okay. And then, so he taught her a lesson.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So she said he's teaching young girls how to not take the first, how to negotiate and how to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
And Paul,
go ahead. Sorry.
that scene was rehashed again with him and the Asian lady. Remember? Because they were negotiating when he said, "I want you to build my sign for me." Remember that? And she started negotiating with him, so it went full circle with him and the Asian lady were negotiating back and forth. Also, when
Right.
she was talking about the price of doing the sign for their juke joint and all that stuff. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, even though people are saying it's a horror movie, there's in there. I don't see it. I see it as it has some gory stuff. It has some vampire stuff, but I would not categorize it as a horror movie. I think it's a movie with a message, and we got the message. Not everyone got the message, because some people are just, like I said, like the video I showed, some people are just seeing it as just a straight up horror flick, missing all.
It's not. You know, I had to lie to Patricia, by the way. I didn't lie to Patricia. Patricia hates horror movies. Like, she is that girl. She does not like horror movies. I couldn't drag her to see a horror movie
Yeah.
if I had a briefcase with $1 million in it. She do not play that horror vampire crap. She's a scaredy cat. So I didn't tell her that the movie's about vampires. I kind of thought she knew because I've been watching so much YouTube stuff on the movie leading up to us going to the theater. I've been watching, listening to everybody, you know, everything on YouTube nonstop. I've been just doing homework on this movie before I went to see it, right?
Yeah.
So I thought maybe she caught wind, you know, that it had vampire or horror in it, but she didn't. So when we're in the movie theater, when I knew shit was about to start hitting the fan, because it was almost, what, 40, 30 minutes in? Maybe 35 minutes in before the first vampire showed up on the scene, right? It didn't happen right away. It was 30, 35.
Yeah, it did happen right away. It took a minute.
Yeah, it was like almost 40 minutes into the movie before the first vampire showed up, right? The scene with the American Indians and Remick running to the house. That was probably 35, 40 minutes into the movie. So the movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes, by the way. So that was probably 45 minutes in when that happened. So yeah, I knew then, just from seeing the trailer, that it was about to start. So I said to her, I said, it's about to get scary. And she looked at me and go, you brought me to a horror movie?
So what happened? Did she grab your hand or she wanted to take off?
No, she grabbed my hand a lot, especially some of the scenes, you know, where that make you jump. You know, them scenes that make you jump, like cornbread scene.
That cornbread scene. Woo!
Yeah, that
blocker.
Yeah, cornbread was no joke, man. That dude's a trip. Yeah, that whole character, his character. The funny part with cornbread was when they poured up on him in the cotton fields with him and his wife. Remember that scene?
He kept clicking like, I'm not messing with you. Like,
he was like, I'm about to beat the black off of you for saying what you just said in front of him. Don't disrespect my wife. That was funny as hell.
And you know that the cornbread makes you think about Life. You remember the movie Life?
Yes.
So
he was in that
think
movie
about the cornbread and stuff like that. So I was like, I think he picked from every little thing. Like, he put every little thing that has touched him, has touched our people. You know, somebody put up, they used the vampires to tell a spiritual and political story. Yes, they did. You know, yes, he did. And I'm glad he did. And again, a lot of people need to Google this stuff. This stuff was that, you know, besides the vampires, a lot of this stuff was going on. And spiritually, that's what we feel like sometimes. It's like they are spiritual vampires, just sucking from us and not giving us nothing in return. You understand what I'm saying? So I get it. And that's why I connected with a lot of people in all genres, genders. They connected with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm with Garfield. Where was anybody racist? Where was black people racist in the movie? Only time black people, they weren't racist. They showed fear because they were like, well, we don't want to let you into our juke joint because if we step on your shoe, or God forbid somebody look at the white woman too long, we're going to have a ride on our hands. So that's not racist. That was just fear, right? Of letting them in. Like, we'll take your money, but we can't let you in here because if you let you into our juke joint, then all hell might break out, which was true anyway, right?
Yeah. They would have ate up all their ass. But
well, they did.
What's so buggy is they turned around and looked at, well, she's up in here. But everybody knew Mary. Mary was the mixed girl in the group. She's always been a part of the family. You understand? Her mother, I think her grandmother was somebody's maid or somebody or something like that. So Mary was comfortable in there. But also Mary got their ass got.
Yeah. And by the way, in the actress, in real life, she's from an interracial family in real life, so she's mixed in real life too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Why wouldn't they not have?
I saw her interview on. They had the whole cast on Sherry Shepherd's show, and so she comes from she's half black anyway. So, but she played that role. She did a good job. Everybody in the movie was good. It was dope as hell. Everybody was just good. Like everybody, there was nobody who had a character in that movie that wasn't good. I mean, everybody held their own. Everybody was great. Everybody was brilliant, and everybody was memorable. Like, you don't forget none of the characters in that movie. You know, not Sammy, not his girlfriend, not Annie. You know, like, you don't want Annie to die, right? But damn, man.
You heard the Spanish people was having a problem with it. And I'm like, y'all need to stop. And Tariq Nasheed, which I was mad because no Goya was in it. I was like,
That's what he said.
yo, Tariq Nasheed, let me give him a shout out. He's ridiculous. He missed comedy. He really did. But they were upset. First of all, when you hear Spanish people call black people the N-word, it turns my stomach.
Yes, it
Because
does.
if you remember and you see in the 1930s, 20s, they were not here like that. And they definitely wasn't being hung by no tree, and put on a tree. You understand? You not saw one Hector or Miguel hanging in a tree. So my thing is, please don't be mad. Y'all was not doing that time or that era. And when we wanted to learn the culture of Santeria and learn the African culture, which y'all covered up in Spanish, y'all wouldn't teach black people. Y'all wouldn't teach the Africans about the culture. So now we're learning the culture, and I'm glad that they put the culture out there so people can be able to know. Yeah, we don't fight against flesh and blood. We fight against spiritual wickedness in high places. And you saw that thing fell from the sky. You was like, where the hell that shit came from?
Yeah,
He just fell out the sky.
Yeah, Donna, what's up, Donna? Donna said one of the quotes was, "If you keep dancing with the devil, one day he will follow you home." Right?
Yes, thank you, Donna. Thank you. That was the quote. Yeah, that was the quote. Yeah, and that's the preacher at the beginning of the movie told that to his son, right?
Yep.
Because he didn't want his son to go out and play blues music, and his son was in love with blues music, not gospel. You know, wanted to be a blues singer. So
Rebel Nation, who's watching on YouTube, said, "Child, we have no allies." I don't remember who said that, but somebody said that in the movie.
Yeah, we don't have no allies. And yes, Miss Pearline was beautiful. That's the chocolate one that got her VV8 out in the back. That girl got up and started singing mad songs after that.
just can't get over that speed.
Sure, I'm ready to be Miss Pearline. Miss Pearline. I want to be Miss Pearline. No.
Or Miss Pearline that was married, that came to the juke joint without a husband.
Yes, that's Miss Pearline.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
But Miss Pearline was stabbing them vampires. She saved her man, okay? So
Die.
yeah, but she was beautiful. She was very gorgeous. Shout out to Miss Pearline, aka we don't know this actress, but we're gonna find out who you are. Somebody put it in the comment section who the actress was, but she was amazing.
But you know,
all of them did amazing. All of them looked beautiful. The clothing, everything, the set, everything was amazing.
But you know what, though? After a movie like this, it was such a great movie, such a great success. All of those actors that were in the movie, you would think they would start getting calls to play in other movies. You never hear from the black actors in movies like this. You know what I mean? Very few, right? You never hear from them again. They don't get the, you know?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The actors that I have known that really love this, right? They pick and choose the movies that they do. They just don't do anything because they know that not everything you should do. Like not every hairstylist a hairstyle could do. Not every gig y'all can go and do. You know what you can do and you know what you can't do. You know. So no.
Yeah, but I mean, like the movie The Color Purple was a huge success, and the actors from that movie, you how many of them that you heard from again? You know what I mean? It's a known thing that, you know what I mean? The role,
a one-hit wonder, you call like either the one-hit wonders. A lot of them is established.
The actress that played the woman king, I mean, she talks about it a lot. Like the roles that Meryl Streep get offered, she doesn't get offered.
Well, you already know that's not going to happen because she's white and she's black. It's not a lot of black parts We need more directors and black directors to give us more black parts or people to invest in our movies. Remember, it took them, he had to get 90,000 from Warner Brothers to be able to do this movie. And his
90 million.
contract, within 25 years, he's able to completely own the rights to his
But
movie.
here's my point, though. A good actor is a good actor, right? I know.
Well, Carl, think about Delroy Lindo, right? He's been in a lot of movies. Remember him from Malcolm X, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Spike Lee had him in Malcolm X, where he played the gangster in Malcolm X that got
He
Malcolm.
sure did.
Yeah, so that was a great part of it. He was good as hell in Malcolm too. That little part he had was good. He played the what do you call him?
Some Jamaican. He played the Jamaican part, some Jamaican or something.
Yeah, he was the mobster, Jamaican mobster from
mobster or something.
Harlem. From Harlem, yeah. I forgot what his character's name was. But yeah, he was good in Malcolm X. So in that movie, he's what, 35 years old? So he's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
And he's done some good work. He's done some good work over the years. So
They pick and choose, definitely like Denzel. They pick and choose the work that they want to do. They read over those scripts. They look over it and say if it's going to be good for their portfolio. Okay, so it's once in a blue moon you will get a good movie, a good series.
I think you guys what I'm saying, though. I'm saying that black people could be in a very successful movie. They don't get the opportunities that the white people get from a successful movie. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if that's true though, Carl. I just pointed out like he was in Malcolm X that came out in 1992. It's 2025, and the brother's still in the #1 movie in the world right now. Not the country, the world. This is #1 rated. This is the #1 movie in the world right now, and he has a starring part in it. And he was in Malcolm X in 1992. It's freaking 2025. He's been working. He acts like he hasn't been working. He's been in a lot of movies. He's been in a lot of movies since then.
He feels like he because he did this movie, the doors should be knocking down for people to do
the guy
movies.
who played. I'll give you another example. The guy who played Cornbread. That actor. He's been in a lot of movies. He was on a TV show. One of my favorite TV shows was that Patricia and I used to watch all the time was CSI Miami. He had a part in that. He was in that on TV, and that show was on in what, the 90s. And then he's done a lot of work too. So all these guys I know Johnny come lately is what I'm saying. Some of them are new. Like the guy Sammy, his name an actor. He was a musician, and he talked about how he got the part. You know who helped him get this part was the girl that calls it, what's her name? Her, the guitarist Her.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. She was the one that told him he's into music. He's not even an actor. She told him
about Sammy.
Her told him he's friends with her. One of he plays with her. So he said she told him to about the they were auditioning for this role and he should audition for it. So he went and auditioned for it.
Strong voice.
Yeah, he went and auditioned for it and he got the role. Yeah. So and he found out Michael B. Jordan was gonna be, and he was so excited. So he said, I'll go audition. He went and auditioned, he got the role. Now he's a new actor. So I see what you're saying, Carl. Now this kid was good. Now is there more work for him in Hollywood? We would hope so, right? We would hope so. I understand what you're saying, because he should get more work after this movie.
Well, we hope that black production, because to be honest, because he's a first-time actor, this is his first movie actually is a hit. Isn't that so bugged out? God blessed him, But he's going to have to put that time in. He's going to have to do different films or maybe low-budget films. If he's really serious about this, he's going to have to really put his work in and do different movies, different shows to be able to get that experience up under his belt, because he did more of singing. It was a little bit of acting, but he did more of his singing, and if he's really serious about this acting, he's going to have to put some work in.
Michael B. Jordan, look at him. He's been around for a long time. He's done some great work over the years, right? Mm-hmm. One of his best friends who passed away from cancer. What was his name? Chadwick Boseman, right? Mm-hmm. Chadwick was another guy who was, starting to blow up and get to that next level until cancer took him out, right? Right, we already got the legendaries like Denzel and of course Lawrence Fishburne and Samuel Jackson, and then you got the other actors that you know, like Keith David, who's been in a lot of movies. You know, I mean, I think we got a lot of good actors out there that's getting
And we
it in.
got directors out there. They just got to put their
And don't
foot
forget,
down.
yeah,
And writers, we need writers. This inspired me to continue to write, you know, because I like to write. I've been writing about my story, my life, and what I've been through all my life. I wouldn't have a problem with seeing that on the big screen. Like, wow, oh, look at that.
because all these guys come from Spike Lee. We don't realize how many of these
Oh,
actors
Spike
were
Lee is
unknown,
he's a gem.
actors before Spike Lee put them in parts. I mean, Spike Lee had a small part in a low budget freaking Spike Lee movie where he played a crackhead in a Spike Lee movie. Who else? Lawrence Fishburne was in School Days.
Right.
Mo Better Blues. Mo Better Blues had Denzel in it, and get his name right now. Wesley Snipes.
You open up doors for them, but they got to
Wesley
put that
Snipes,
work
yes.
in.
So they did all them little low budget Spike Lee movies back in the 80s, and then they ended up being legends. You know, Lawrence Fishburne and all them guys, man. They all come from doing low budget Spike Lee movies back in the 80s. That's what Spike Lee introduced to all these people. and my man was in, and we just finished talking about he was in Malcolm X, right? Had a good part in there. He stole the scene that he was in with Denzel, you know, when he played the Harlem gangster in Malcolm X. So yeah, I mean, these guys, it's I just think there's a lot, you know. Patricia and I got turned on to a 50 Cent show last night. You know, I don't 50 Cent is petty to me, so I don't really like supporting him too much. But I watched his show last night that he produced about him and his mother. Have you seen that thing?
Oh no, I've been hearing about it, but I haven't.
It's good. It's real good. It's his life story. The lady who plays his mother is the bomb. You got to see it. That girl is bad. Now I don't even know who this actress is, Carl, but she is starring as 50 Cent's mother when he was a kid, a teenager, because it's about his life story in this miniseries. And I don't know who neither one of these two actors are. I never seen the kid before that's playing 50 Cent. I never seen the mom before.
Opening up doors for new up and coming actors.
They are banging. That lady is bad. Whoever she is, she got a career because she can act her ass off. That's for sure. So we're getting to work, man. There's plenty of work out there for actresses and actors and stuff like that.
Not all the time. Let me put this, because being a part.
Let me say, I don't think, maybe I didn't put over what while you guys are saying, you know, what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying is not what I'm putting over, but go ahead.
Casting, when you go into a casting, right? This is for models, actors, actresses, anything that's doing some type of casting. Most of the casting people know what they're looking for already. You just better hope you got that look, or you got that feel, or you got that energy that they're looking for. So that's what acting is about. And when you going up there and you doing castings, they know what they want. You just better hope that you're the one that they want. You understand what I'm saying? So
what I'm trying to say is the people in that movie center are great actors. Mm-hmm. When Hollywood look at them and say, hey, this is a great actor, let's put them in this movie or let's put them in that movie. They're great, but they're great black actors.
But
right?
you know what? They ain't really got to worry about that, right? Because they got Ryan Coogler. They have Spike Lee still producing movies. They have what's the other black producer out there? Tyler Perry still doing. Tyler Perry employs a lot of black actresses and actors. You know, if you just turn on BET and watch all them damn dramas and stuff on there and them sitcoms and all that stuff on BET, you don't know half of them actors. I watched BET one time, and they got sitcoms and TV shows and a lot of dramas on there. And I'm like, who the hell is
if they don't want us, what we got to do? We have
I'm like, who are these people though? Like, I don't even know who they are. How did they get these roles? When did they come up with? I don't know about this. I'm in the entertainment industry. Like, when did they audition these people?
Because you are busy doing tricks.
I understand. I'm just saying. I'm just joking, Tiff. I'm saying, where did all these actors and actors come from? You know, like, they're working, Carl. There's so many
No, but you're not under you just answered what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Hollywood, even though they're great actors and actresses in that movie Sinners, the people in Hollywood are not going to look at, hey, this is a great actor, let's put them in this movie. That, you know what I mean? They're not going to do that.
Well, we don't need them to. We don't need them. That's the point I'm making, bro. We don't need them. We're still working.
Kevin, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, they just canceled. Which come just got canceled? Queen Latifah's show just got canceled. And
The Equalizer
just got canceled. But I didn't know it'd been on for 5 seasons.
Yes,
because I don't watch it.
Good. You better watch it. It's good.
It just got canceled after 5 seasons. Everybody's bitching about it because they liked it. And they want to see, well, they take it off. It was good. Probably because the ratings were bad. Maybe. I don't know.
They didn't promote it enough.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch it, so I'm guilty of not, supporting it because I should have watched it. But I didn't, get a chance to watch it. I guess at 5 seasons it was on, but it's now off, right? So I know you're agreeing with me, Carl. I'm just saying I think that.
Yeah, that was my point. That these actors in these movies, which are considered black movies, I'm sure they're looking at Sinners as a black movie, right? Everyone's talking about it like it's a black movie, and the actors in it are great, and the actors just happen to be black. But Hollywood is not going to look at it and say, "Hey, there's some great actors. Let's call them to do this, or let's call." No, that's why we have Tyler Perry and Spike, all these different actors who would give them
directors.
But some do get through the cracks, is what I'm saying, because Denzel is still the biggest star. Denzel is still one of the biggest stars in the world. And Lawrence Fishburne is still one of the biggest stars in the world, and they all came from low-budget Spike Lee movies. Is the point I was making. So they're still 2 of the biggest stars in the world. So there's possibility that we don't know this girl that played the white girl vampire, Mary, whatever her real name is, she might have a promising career. Look at Halle Berry. Halle Berry blew up, right, and became a big actress. And Halle Berry started her career off being a crackhead, and she was a crackhead in a Spike Lee movie.
That was her enough acting roles for light-skinned women, but they have limited roles for black people.
That is true.
And brown people,
I can't argue that.
Only 1 or 2 is allowed on set. Okay, if you want to keep it real, and even when you see
that British actor
shows, they always got to have 1 white person in there. Or
by the way,
girl, you be like, God damn.
By the way, Annie, the actress, what's her real name? The chocolate sister in the movie. What's her name? Annie.
She's African, so it's like Yumi.
She's in another movie already. She's in that movie, another movie that's playing in the theaters right now. So she's in that other movie that's playing. So she's in 2 movies right now that's in the theaters.
Y'all need to see her in Lovecraft.
That's what I'm talking about. She's in Lovecraft.
Saw Lovecraft?
No, but she's in. Okay, so I never saw that, but she's in that Lovecraft. That's right.
I'm telling you, Carl and Kev, if I tell y'all anything, watch her on Lovecraft.
Yeah,
it is very, very good. Matter of fact, what's his name? John Major. What's his name? Majors is in it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Majors in there. Michael Williams is in it. God rest his soul. And it talked about like a back pieces of. During the time of Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, Supernatural, like it's good. It's called Lovecraft Country, and it was.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. So she's in that movie. Yeah, so she's not.
She's in there. She's playing the sister of Juicy Smouliers.
So her ass is working. That's my point. That's my point. She's working. She was in Lovecraft. Now she's in the biggest movie in the world right now.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making. Is that. We gotta start giving ourselves some credit. We gotta give ourselves a break. We gotta stop being so hard on ourselves. Carl.
Yeah, but we need.
We're working, bro. We're working.
But I think you guys missed what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that in a blockbuster movie, when black people are in a blockbuster movie, the opportunities don't come as fast as furious as for other people. That's all.
It's not gonna come as fast.
That ain't nothing new.
Right.
Somebody put it. So I'm sorry. Somebody put it in the what's it? It says it's all about financing and who is going to finance these projects. We need more of those people.
Right.
It's all about financing because he needed financing to do this. And now that he done did it, he done doubled their money. He done paid them back, made more extra money off the show just because of his art. So yes, we need more of our people to invest in our art.
Hey, Carl, you're a stand-up comic and you're a good comic, Carl. How many times have you been in a comedy club? You've been the only black guy that hit the stage, and people walk up to you and go, "You're the best one on the show."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, all the time, right? Exactly. Me too.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, so it's the same thing, just different game, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
As if people walk up to me and say, "You're the best comedian we've seen here," and I go, "Why are you whispering?" You know, it was a white lady, a white couple. You're the best. We come here all the time. You're the best comedian we've seen here. All right, thank you, appreciate it. Why are you whispering? You know, like, fuck you whispering for? Say that shit out loud. You know, they don't want to say it out loud. They're whispering.
Because they told the other comedian the same thing.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't articulate what I was saying. You know what I mean?
Right. I know what you're saying.
Understood what
I understand what you're saying. I just wanted to put some perspective on what you were saying. I know exactly what you're saying, and I know what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
But I don't want us also to not kind of celebrate the successes that we do have, because we are working. We are getting. Now, you won't. She's not going to be. This sister's not going to have the career of a Meryl Streep, most likely, right? Okay, we know that, but that don't mean she's not eating well, living well, and working, because she's been in 2 good movies now, maybe some more. If I read her resume, I'm gonna probably find out she's been in a lot more shit I don't know about, right? So there's no Johnny Come Latelys in this movie, except for the new kid, Sammy. This is new for him. But we already know Michael B. Jordan's been in some of the hottest movies, you know, from Black Panther, you know, to
he made me give him another look.
yeah, so he's been
Who, Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah,
he's been in some hot movies over the last 4 years, right? So
I was about to have a drink.
I'll wait till Tiffany sees his women of preference. She's not gonna think he's so hot.
I'm not probably not even his type, but he looked good with that chocolate big girl. I'm a big girl.
No, I wasn't talking about big. I mean, I'm talking about the snow bunny types.
I was talking about Annie. She was looking good with him. He was all. Well, he know he was thinking about that chocolate. He probably never touched the big thick chocolate woman like that before.
Scooby Doo. Good night, Scooby. Scooby D2 is going to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, where does he live at?
Scooby's in
Ireland.
Ireland or England? I think he's in England.
Well, they got movie theaters in England. Go see the movie. It's worldwide, #1 worldwide this week.
Yeah.
Go see the movie. Let us know how you think next week.
All right. We're gonna Tiffany sent me a video, and we were debating whether or not this video is fake or whether it's real. I don't know.
My mother and my old mama and my auntie said that shit is fake. No.
Because it's a video of a Caucasian lady on the playground, and apparently a 4 or 5 year old black kid was playing with her son, or she took her son's toy. The black kid took her son's toy, broke her son's toy. I'm not exactly sure what happened.
I don't think it was broken. He took the toy or the little snacks and stuff.
Right, he was playing with it or whatever, and she called him the N-word. And she was
said, "Little nigga, get out of here, niglet."
So she used the N-word quite a few times. Even after the guy started shooting the video, she continued to use the N-word because but like I said, Tiffany thinks it's real, because where's this kid's parents, or who's
Well, I think it is real.
That was the first thing my mother said. When I showed my mother the video, the first thing she said was, "Where is the black boy's parents at? Where's the family members at? And he's special needs. So if he was special needs, where is the parents at? Why nobody went over there and slapped her?" Okay, I'm sorry.
Can I ask? I mean, you guys obviously were here. Is the N-word being used now more than it was back in the day, or like
It's just
older?
being used too much.
it's being used too much. It's being used more by white people now since Trump been elected, and since Elon Musk took over X/Twitter, because now he's opened up this thing where people can say what they want to say on his platform, and they won't be no consequences. So now you see the N-word like crazy. Matter of fact, I think this is true, Carl, because what I heard was this lady's already raised $1 million in donations for her defense or something like that.
Yeah, she was up to 600,000 last night.
She's up to $1 million. She's up to $1 million
she asked
now.
for $1
So
million.
I heard. I think it was Godfrey that talked about she raised $1 million for.
No, she's asking for the quota for $1 million. She only got to 300 or something, 300 to 400 or something.
Yeah, I heard she got to $1 million already, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so
When
the
she
fact
got to
that
$1 million,
the fact that she have any donations just for people who are donating money to her just because she calls a black kid the N-word is disturbing, right? Like
it's
that's
very
that's the country we live in. That's the country we
very
live in, though.
disturbing.
That's the country
And
we
on
live in.
top of that, on the go, whatever that thing is, what they raise money, you should see the comments of the people up under it, and they are co-signing what she is saying. So that's why I'm saying this world. Stop trusting these snow bunnies. I keep telling y'all, it is white women that are the breed of racism. They are the ones that have the children. They can stop racism. And that lady did all of that in front of her white children. And then gonna say, I need money to protect me and my children. But you put your children face up on the go get some money app, okay? No, I'm gonna be honest with you again. I'm a black mom. I'm a black auntie mommy. If I know I got my special needs nephew running around, I'm right next to him. And as soon as I heard her call an N-word, a black woman should have been running across there like a footballer and saying, "Who are you talking to? Where is the parents at?" Go ahead, Carl.
All right, here's the video.
You call him the child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him. Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say. Nobody dig into your. That little kid, you call him a. The little child? Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act.
That's what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know that's a hate speech, and you can be the that.
I don't give a.
Huh. Okay, we'll see about that. What the internet has to say about you.
I don't know. That'd be some pretty good acting if that was staged.
Where was the parents? Tell me, where was the parents at? He was talking to that lady for a minute. They were sitting on the side. They didn't see. This is how kids get kidnapped. Okay, because you're not seeing or knowing what's going on. Because as soon as I would have saw all that uproar, I would have ran over there. Second, why are you calling a little kid a goddamn niglet? I don't understand. How dare you? It's a child. I was just outside with my our next door neighbor, and she had her grandchildren out, and we saw some other children. She always kept extra snacks to give to the other little children if they want snacks. What happened to us bonding together and saying, if the little boy had the toy, no baby, this is our toy, whatever, here go a little snack or something, or where your mommy at? What happened to taking care? You see that she is very, very racist, and that's horrible. And it couldn't have been me, because I would have karate chopped her. They would have been locked. The next scene was them locking me down. They were like, why are you locking me up?
Yeah.
Why is she getting locked up?
Well, obviously, I mean, it's the climate we live in. I mean, they have a pass from the great Mr. Trump and the great Elon Musk. The guy did a Nazi salute. The guy did a Nazi salute on national television, and is still allowed in the White House. Is still allowed to do whatever. So
that's that white privilege.
Now here's another video of a brother that was in a jewelry store, a boutique, buying a blouse for his wife. He's been in this boutique for like a half an hour shopping, and the police walks in and demands to see his ID because he might be a threat. Crazy. This is crazy.
I'm sorry, he shouldn't have had his ass in no boutique. Not for no half an hour, 45 minutes. They see a nigga in the boutique. They think that nigga trying to set up the boutique. No, I'm sorry. You already know how these people think about us. Get your ass out the boutique for an hour.
All right, Dave, here you go.
Finished paying for my wife's blouses here, and I'm going to exit the store.
Well, I'll be the one to decide what happened. I don't mean to interrupt your business, but I need to make sure you're not someone that's a threat. And if I need to see your ID...
It's like a prank or something? I mean...
Again, if I need to see your ID, I need to see your ID. So we can elevate this if we want.
You can't
We're doing that.
Walk up on me and say, hey, give me your ID.
You're just some lawyer or something?
Actually, I am an attorney, sir, yes.
Oh, I'm an attorney, my bad. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So then you should know.
You're attempting to break the law, and you're doing it right in front of this young lady right here, which is atrocious to me. I mean...
Okay. Jeopardy word, I appreciate that.
Right, sir.
I appreciate the Jeopardy and Scrabble words and all that. But if you could just show me your ID, don't just go grab.
No.
Do you have any weapons in your pocket? You can't just go.
Absolutely not.
So you should know I'm the law. So why are you not abiding by the law?
I'm so sorry. This guy obviously is on a power trip or something.
Don't disrespect me and engage with her. Are you going to show me your ID or are we going to have a problem?
I'm going to show you my ID.
Okay, because you're a lawyer or something and you know the law now. You're going to explain to me the law.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well then you should know I am the law at this point.
Right, and you can't just walk up on me and ask for my ID. I know that.
This isn't a law book. That's all cute and all.
Is he or is he not detained?
Ma'am, I just need to see his ID.
If he is not, then I'm asking you to please leave my boutique. You can go harass someone outside, but this gentleman has been shopping for 30 minutes.
I'm not here to harass
Yes
anyone.
or no?
Thank you.
Yes or no?
You're lucky that she's going to protect you in this. I'll be outside. We better not have an issue. Are we going to have an issue?
I'll have security walking.
Thank you. It's fine. I deal with this kind of ignorance.
Have a nice day,
Ignorance.
officer. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Good.
Wait a minute. I just had to curse. My mother was like, well, first of all, did he say, oh, she's protecting you?
Yes, yes.
First of all, who called on him? I want to know that. Was it somebody in the store or it was somebody outside of the store? Because now we see the white woman is taking up for him, okay?
Well, apparently there was some person on the outside that did something, and the police were called, and they saw him, so they zoomed in on him as the person that was called on. They're not sure, you know what I mean? They weren't sure who it was, but they know obviously the description was a black man in a boutique.
In a suit.
Yes. And you heard when the black man said the word atrocious and he started to make fun of him. Oh,
yeah, he was like, oh, you know big words. Oh, you supposed to be a lawyer. See, this is when you wish that I wish I was a lawyer. That was me, because I'm going to sue the pants off of you for your disrespect, bastard.
You know, I mean, that kind of stuff, that's the kind of stuff you just want to, I mean, you know, the vampires, he's from the movie Sinners, right? He's one of the vampires.
Right there. And it's so bad because you just mentioned that again. Ryan Coogler, I didn't know that he went to the bank one time and they would not give him his money. They called the police and everything. In Atlanta. They said they called the police on him in Atlanta when he was at the bank. You know, Ryan Coogler, the director of Sinners.
Oh, right. Yes. I saw that. Yes. He went into the bank to withdraw some money, and they called the police on him. Yes.
So that was like the scene from Django. Who is this nigga on the horse?
Yeah.
they was like, who is this nigga coming here asking for this amount of money?
Yeah.
How dare he? I wonder how much was it? How much was it? Do you remember, Kev, how much money that he was trying to get?
I think it was like 13,000 or something. I think he was to pay something. I don't know what it is, but I remember that. And I remember the name. Now that you mentioned Ryan Coogler, I remember the name Ryan Coogler. That was, you know, the police came because he had too much money.
Yeah, like we cannot have too much money. We cannot kill white people. You can go down for that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of stuff that we cannot do that they can do. They feel what's good for the goose is not good for y'all nigglets. Y'all cannot do it. Only we can do it, okay? We run this country.
That's the way that cop was talking to that brother. I mean, just
yes, he was. Yes, he was.
You know? He very condescending. All right. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for watching the show. Just so you know, I felt horrible. My allergies are kicking my butt, but of course,
Yeah, mine too.
showed up and I held it in. I guess no one. You can tell. You can hear from my voice, but I actually slept a couple hours before I actually came on because I was trying to feel better.
Come over here, man. I got
Paul,
come over here, Carl. We appreciate you. Come over here, Carl. We got some garlic for you in an emoji bag.
That's right. But yeah, definitely, Carl.
Yeah, I had a really bad headache. I felt horrible. Swear to God, I was like, I'm not. I was hoping. When I wake up, I'm hoping I can feel good enough to do the show. So, anyway, I'm not 100%, but 98% is good enough, I guess.
Well, we hope. Are you taking anything for your allergies?
Nah, I mean, no.
That's good.
Claritin is good. Claritin is good. They said fresh lemons, smelling fresh lemons is good. I take something because it's a lot for me. You know, I be tearing, itching, like my nose is itching now real bad, but I'm just like holding it in. So I understand about allergies. It's no joke.
Hey, Tiff, us light-skinned guys don't get allergies.
I get other things, thank you, because your skin is diluted. Don't be trying to play no games with me. And that guy that was trying to play Umar Johnson, he looked like he was dipped in the white chocolate.
Yeah, he had Johnson down packed though. That was funny. You said.
That was funny, but Umar, he mentioned he loved it. He liked the movie.
Yeah, he liked it a lot. I see. He said he's seen it twice.
Yeah,
I got to see it again because I'm
me
sure
too.
there's some things that I missed. So I got.
Yeah, you gotta see it again, man. I've seen it twice.
Let me tell you something. We missed a lot. We just talking about surface things. I done sat and listened to people that broke this down from step to beginning to the end, down to the cut. It's so deep that y'all remember when I was doing going to the plantations,
Right.
and Annie's clothes and detail. They said if you look at it, it is mixed with black and blue, indigo. In the South, blue actually is what protected them against evil spirits. So that's why I'm saying everything is so connected. Everything is to a detail, to an inch, to a number. These people was not playing when they made this movie, and that's why it's so successful. They prayed and they asked for guidance from their ancestors, and they did an excellent movie. Shout out to the ancestors. We appreciate you and love you.
All right. I want to thank everyone for watching today's episode. We really appreciate you guys taking hours out of your Sunday to join us here at 7 p.m. every Sunday. Truly appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Like everybody else on YouTube, we're trying to build our audience. As you know, we bring the heat, we bring the black every Sunday. And if anyone is offended by anything we say or do, well, that's tough, as Kevin said. Listen, we are three of the most loving people on the planet. I can absolutely tell.
Yeah, we are. We just real.
Ain't tolerating no BS. That's it.
Oh, now I keep telling you, you're gonna make me take my earrings off and swing them, and it's gonna catch you right up on top of your head.
I said it wrong this time.
Oh, I thought you was coming for me. Okay, I love you.
No, I wasn't coming for you. I said we don't take no BS.
Yeah, we don't take no BS because I be taking off earrings. Nah.
Yeah, they coming for you.
Kevin, did you and Patricia get movie popcorn when you guys went to the movie? Did you guys get?
So yeah, we got our seats, and I told Patricia I'll go stand in this long ass line and get some popcorn. And it was $21 for one bag of popcorn and one soda. One soda and one popcorn was $21.
Well, let me
I bought a large popcorn and a large soda. $21. That's what it was. So I'm walking back to the seat like this, going, "This is $21. This was $21."
Sweetie, you know what my mother used to do for us? We used to go to McDonald's, or we went to the store and we filled our backpacks up and put all our snacks in our bags. So when we got, because they didn't check our bags, okay? And I still do this shit, okay? I'm coming in here with my own popcorn. Don't play with me. I might buy some Raisinets, okay? But I'll be damned if I spend $21 on some popcorn. That's almost a bag of weed. No, I'm not doing it.
First of all, let me give you a little tip. Go to the dollar store and get your Raisinets.
Word is born. Word is
Go
born. I'm
to
sorry.
dollar store. You got your Raisinets. You got all your candy at the dollar store. Put that shit in your purse. I'll get my Raisinets from the dollar store.
You're
So
not
then,
lying. You're not
yeah,
lying.
then
I'm
you
sorry.
sneak all your candy in. It's just nothing like movie popcorn though. Like that hot butter
You're right.
popcorn is
It's nothing
about.
like movie popcorn, but you can't even buy a small one. The small one is like $15 dollars. No,
It is. And I used
I'm
to
sorry.
sneak in sodas and stuff, but we were kind of running a little late to this movie theater, so we didn't get a chance to. And Patricia didn't bring a purse, so we didn't get a chance to sneak
Go to the
anything
store
in. But
and go hood.
we normally sneak stuff in. We haven't been to the movie theater in 9 years, by the way.
I haven't been to the movie theater.
I stopped going to the movie theaters, one, because we have nice TVs here. We don't have to go to the movie, we have big flat screens, right? So I watch Netflix or whatever we stream stuff. But we maybe stopped going to the theater because of safety reasons. We ain't felt like we were safe being in these crowds, these
Especially
crazy white boys with these
COVID and stuff.
sawed-off,
Yeah.
high-powered shotguns shooting up movie theaters. So we're like, nah, we ain't going to movie theaters no more. So that's why we really boycott the movie theater. But I had to see this movie on the big screen because I already knew that I wouldn't enjoy it. And I don't mind watching it on TV now, but I had to see it on the big screen first, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's why we went to the theater to see it.
All right, Tiffany, anything you learned or you want to share after today's show?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Amen.
Don't listen to what other people say if it's not a good review. I'm sorry. I'm a true believer. You find out on your own. You see what you think, what you feel, because people will tell you anything to keep your mind closed-minded. I believe that the movie was a very good movie. I can't wait to see what he does next. I can't wait to see the movie again. I can definitely see it at least once or twice, 2 more times. Maybe it can get him 3 more times, But definitely shout out to him, his team, his wife. I love Black Love. I love Black Love, and they're doing it together. So a shout out to them. White people, please teach your other white people they need to get their life together. Okay, they really do. Stop talking to children any kind of way. Stop putting your hands on people, and we wouldn't be having any of these issues. So, again, we love you. Make sure you like and subscribe and share. Be safe this May. This is our first May and Sunday, right? Our first May.
Sunday is Mother's Day. Are we having the show Mother's Day or?
We'll think about that in a few days. I'm not quite sure yet. We might do a Mother's Day show. Can we talk about that in 24 hours?
Yeah, that'd be good to find out what you're gonna do. If we only on for at least a half an hour, 45 minutes, just to give a shout out to the mothers, because we definitely want to give a shout out to the mothers. If it wasn't for a mother, we would not be here. And I know not all is perfect. No parent is perfect. And come with instructions. It's to the best of your ability. So definitely, we love you. Hope to see y'all next week and beyond. Like and subscribe. Remember, all of this is alleged. We do not own anything. Okay? Thank you.
All right, Kevin, anything you want to share with our lovely fan audience?
Yeah, I was watching my tablet here. I don't know what theater this is, but rapper Busta Rhymes is at the movie Sinners right now. The theater that he took the picture at is freaking packed, and the screen is so freaking huge. I don't know what theater this dude is at, but the screen is
You see how late it is? A lot of people this has been 2-3 weeks now.
I wish you could see this picture. It's freaking packed. This theater is packed, and the screen is humongous. I don't know what theater this is, but Busta Rhymes is watching the movie right now, and he did a shot from
wait a minute, and that's another thing. Let me say this quick, fast. Ryan Coogler respected and set out his mouth. If it wasn't for foundational Black Americans, we would not be as far. And he mentioned FBAs, because you just mentioned Busta Rhymes, and he feel like Black people didn't do anything. It was all West Indians, okay, that did it. Okay, I'm sorry, Carl, it wasn't you. All right, but you understand what I'm saying? I'm glad that he said it, and I'm glad that Ryan Coogler said it, that FBA, Foundational Black Americans, we are a very big part of America.
I thought was he just talking about rap music? I thought he was just talking about Rap music.
No, he think they started everything. If
Oh,
you listen to him.
but we did though. I'm kidding.
Damn,
Oh, yeah, keep
Tiffany
talking.
hair
Go
just
ahead,
went like
Paul.
Don
Go
King just
ahead.
now.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
No.
Hey, go see the movie, everybody. If you get a chance, go to the theater, see the movie. One, it supports the brother. Continue. The more ticket sales he get, the more he'll be able to do more good work like this in the future. It's good to get the bootleg and all that sort of stuff. I get it. We've been there, done that. But if you can see it in the theater, I know a lot of people gonna see it on bootleg, but if you can see it in the theater, it's worth it just for the experience. And then we're supporting Black business. We're supporting the Black business. And we're all about supporting Black business here, right? So at the end of the day, we're supporting the Black business. So yeah. And yeah, so see it in the theater if you can. If your pockets ain't got it, your pockets ain't got it. You're to be ashamed of. But if you got it, I'm not pointing out anybody. I'm not pointing out anybody. I ain't judging nobody, I ain't pointing out nobody. I'm just saying, if you get a chance to go support the
Always
brother.
a light skin. It's all shout out to all the people that saw it in or out of the movie theaters, okay? As long as you saw it, we love you.
Kevin.
You get ahead call because
See
I
it
don't
twice.
like light skinned people over there.
See it twice. It might see it again. Because I'm pissed off I ain't seen it in the IMAX, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Good show.
Kevin, a hit dog will holler.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't getting my butt kicked.
All right, everybody. I want to thank everyone for watching the show. Thank you guys so much. Please go support this movie. It is a great movie. There's lots of messages. I don't see it as a vampire or horror flick. Yes, there are some gory stuff in the movie, but there's a message. Trust me, every scene there's a message, and I mean every scene there's a message. You just have to know what to look for. And if you have the experience to know what to look for, you will get it. And if you don't, you will not get it. Let me shout out and thank Donna. Thank you for checking in. Pamela Jones, thank you so much for checking in. Scooby D2, who's already in bed. Thank you. And Real People Real. I can't even pronounce. I don't
Real People
Red. Yeah, on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Rebel Nation, thank you for checking in. I'm not going to get to everyone, but these are the people that made comments that comment on today's show. Thank you, G-Car, my Bajan sister. Thank you for checking in. Thanks to everyone. Please like, share, subscribe. Please tell the people you love that you love them because they're not psychic and we're not here forever. So make sure you show the love. Kevin, I love you. I didn't see Mama Lee. Tiffany,
What's up, Mom? We have to call her, check on
my
her.
sister, she's somewhere around. She said she be going in and out.
Patricia, thank you for sending me the videos and shout out to Patricia. Sister Lee, which known as Bridget, aka Bridget. Thanks to everyone for watching our show. We love you. We love you. And we will see you next Sunday, which will be Mother's Day. We're gonna do a show next Sunday, Mother's Day. So
yeah.
Join us.
Shout out to the mother. I'll probably drag my mother on the show. Be like, come on, Florence, we coming on the show.
Bye.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
Black. Big back.
The knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. In a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.